So we got a question about the setup for the ultra short throw. This cabinet is 29.5 inches. The Vividstorm 100 inch is, I guess you can see on wall brackets. So they're holding that up kind of in midair. Well, not midair, but on the two wall brackets. And the reason I went with this particular setup is because of the center channel. So, you know, if you have a theater system, then the center channel and the ultra short throw are going to want to occupy the same space. That's going to limit a lot of options when it comes to ultra short throws, as well as cabinetry. So this is set just above the top of the cabinet, just barely. It's like a quarter of an inch above the top of the cabinet, which I set it there just in general to work with all of the ultra short throw options that I was trying out. If you are going to go the ultra short throw route, I cannot stress enough how important I think it is to go with a Vividstorm, or I think Elite Screens also has a retractable screen, but don't get a fixed frame screen to start. If you don't like the unit that you got and you decide to go with another one, I started out with the Epson LS 800, but the black version first, before switching to AWOL, before switching to this LG HU915QE, and I'm switching again. Hisense and Samsung just announced that they are going to release 8K ultra short throw projectors. So I'm going to be getting rid of this whole setup and going with an 85-inch 8K Samsung QN800B, which is similar to the TV that I had up here before, and then wait for the 8K ultra short throw projector to come out, and go with a 120-inch Vividstorm in addition to the 85-inch. I know everybody says, you know, they can do daytime TV, and they can. You know, it's not that they can't do daytime viewing, but if you want to be able to have, so that's another thing. So if you want to have all the lights on and, you know, not live in a cave, you know, be able to use your theater the way you decide to, you really need a TV, at least in my opinion. I would never put an ultra short throw as the only TV in my house. When you have these lights on, when I have these lights on that are on the seats, they project a lot of blue light. Let's see if you can see onto the screen, which you can kind of see that is not an issue when you have a TV. So you can see it's kind of that blue tint on everything. That's not an issue when you have a TV, but when you have an ultra short throw, Alexa, assemble the Avengers.
Here are some results.
It becomes an issue. So we're gonna do a combo of an 8K ultra short throw on a 120-inch screen and an 8K TV for daytime viewing. Let's see here. So you may not see that in the picture, but it's, you know, got a blue tint on everything. Let's see if I turn these off, if you can tell. Well, probably not because the window's open. Well, yeah, I guess you can see that it's not as blue now that I turned those lights off. But you know, I don't want my TV making those type of decisions. You know, at night we do movie night, you know, popcorn, all that. Yeah, absolutely, turn all the lights off. But in the daytime, you know, I want the lights on. I want to use my room the way I want to use it. I don't want my TV making decisions for me. So we'll be switching to the QN800B. I didn't go with the 900 because I don't think that there's enough of an upgrade with the additional brightness, given that we're going to be eventually getting an ultra short throw, you know, save $3,000. I was able to get a terrific deal through Costco on the 900B. But in any case, back to what I was saying, if you get a fixed frame screen for your ultra short throw, you're going to put it up on the wall. And then if that ultra short throw has RBE, or, you know, you don't like the lag on gameplay, or you decide to switch it out for any reason, it is highly unlikely that you're going to end up with a different manufacturer of an ultra short throw that has the same throw. So you may be able to just move your furniture back and forth to try and get it to the same ratio, but you may not. And then you may have to take the screen down and, you know, re-drill different holes and put the screen back up. And getting a Vividstorm can be retracted back into, you know, its case very easily. Nothing is set in stone. The Epson LS800 picture stopped there as opposed to up here. And it was a completely different height with the AWOL 3500. I made the sacrifice of that being higher up because with these seats, we're usually in them with it fully reclined. So that changes the viewing angle significantly, and the headrest comes up too. So that changes the viewing angle, that you're actually looking up instead of looking down. And then from all of these seats here, you're looking directly at the screen. So for me, this cabinet worked out great. There was a space for the center channel that's as low as I personally was willing to have my center channel. You know, you decide if you're willing to make that sacrifice in sound quality. It's already on a set of, well, you can't see that, but it's angled up, so it's firing up at our listening position. And that was as much of an audio sacrifice as I wanted to make. I didn't want it, you know, shooting at my knees or anything like that. And this was a little cheap setup from Costco. It works extremely well in this small theater room. The only difference is we switched out the rear surrounds for the Gen 1 600s, I think that's what those are, RP 600s. But The Atmos height effects works with the height of this room. It's a nice flat ceiling. I have, for this space, the perfect setup. The only kind of splurge was going with the SVS SB16 Ultra. It is perfectly balanced with the soundstage that's in here. And I don't want to mess with audio to get a bigger picture. For me, audio is more important than the image. The image is very important, but the sound is, how you feel a movie. I don't have dual subs because these seats have shakers in them, so the bass is spread across all the seats evenly, and then filled in by the SP16 Ultra. For me, that's the perfect setup. In this space, it's the perfect setup. We are going to go with an ultra short throw, but I would caution, again, for me, I could not stand the lack of detail on the Epson LS800. I know it says it's Pro 4K. It's not. The LG is the sharpest ultra short throw of all the ones that I saw. As you can see, that image looks great. Coming from a 85-inch 8K TV, I still wanted that level of sharpness, and I wasn't getting it out of the other ones. The only problem with this one is RBE. May not affect everybody, but it's annoying to me. So I'm gonna wait for the 8K ultra short throw to come out from either Hisense or Samsung later this year, and go with 120-inch Vividstorm retractable screen, and still have the 8K TV for daytime viewing and for gaming. That's another thing about this. The input lag is better than the AWOL, but nowhere near as good as the Epson, which is unfortunate, because this did have the best input lag of all of them. No RBE. It had better sound than all of them. But then there was a drop in picture clarity, which, was too much for me. So we'll put the kibosh on the ultra short throw project temporarily, come back with a bigger screen. That's another reason I would not go with a fixed frame screen. I thought 100-inch was going to be plenty big. It is big, but I put a 120-inch image just on the wall, just shooting the projector up on the wall, and I like the way it fills the space out much better. The 100-inch is a little too square in my opinion. 120-inch gets a little longer lengthwise, and gives you a more cinematic feel, in my opinion. Again, you may find 100-inch no problem, and 100-inch is huge. As you can see, it's not small, but just for me, I want to go with the 120. So 85-inch TV, daytime viewing, gaming, no problem there. And then, nighttime viewing, movies, will break out the big 120-inch, and the theater room can be complete. And, if you're looking at 100-inch Samsung, or actually it's a 98-inch Samsung QN90A, it's $14,000. So, the 85-inch TV is $4,000. Even if the new 8K Samsung is $6,500 or $7,500, you're still less than $14,000, and significantly less than $24,000 with the 97-inch G2. I would much rather have an ultra bright mini LED for daytime viewing, and then no blooming on an ultra short throw for nighttime movies. That's a better setup scenario for me. So, but 29.5-inch cabinet, the Vividstorm is wall mounted, and the center channel and the ultra short throw don't have to fight over space with this particular cabinet, which I don't even know where I got that thing from. Maybe Amazon. I'm not sure. But the one thing I will say is, if you're gonna go with this type of cabinet, make sure that you've got decent ventilation. I can't put anything next to the receiver. It gets too hot down there, and even if I'm gaming, I have to open one of those doors, because that thing and that can get pretty hot if you're gaming hardcore. So make sure you got good ventilation. But that's the setup. If you have any other questions, let me know. Thanks. See ya.